So, do you need a selfie stick? Do you need a tripod? Do you need a monopod? What if I told you you don't need 3 different things? Stay tuned to watch. Howdy y'all, it's Kentucky Ranger. Here with another review. This is a really cool thing that I found on Amazon. It's called, the company is Nianyiso. I think that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, I'm sorry, I apologize. But what's really cool is it's just a little bit of everything. It's hard to explain. I do use a selfie stick like this. In fact, like this. I've got one holding my other camera up here. It's really cool because you can do selfies and hook your camera up to it and everything. And when you want to sit it down, it's got a little tripod that pops out, so you can sit it down and use it. The only problem with this is the tripod part doesn't really come out that far, so there's a stability issue. And there's been a couple of times that luckily I've caught my camera, but it'll tip because it's pretty stable, but not something you're really going to trust. So instead of this, and you figure this, I think I paid about $20 for this. Well, I seen this, and it's $36.99 on Amazon. And what's really cool, let me break it down. First of all, you got a tripod. Okay. So first you got, and it's a little tripod, which is really cool. So I'd say the stance just normal like that. Let's see. Let me compare it to this one. Yeah, see, just by itself, it's about this. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So that's cool and everything. You start off with it. It's a nice little one. What's cool about this one is the feet extend. And now you just double the stability of what this can do. So now you've got a really solid base to begin with. And the 3-way pan head, take it off here. There we go. See, that's another thing. This is all, you can customize it to what you want. You can put this on here, and that makes it a really cool, just like a tabletop tripod. So now you got a tabletop tripod with a 3-way pan head. You can't really call it fluid. It's not too bad, but it's not really a real fluid pan head. But it's pretty nice. Anyhow, yeah, that would be good for a tabletop or something like that. And then you've got the selfie stick part. So you could make this, and you can mount whatever you need to the top of this once you put this on. Let me take this off. That's the one thing that I really wish they would have done with this is, if you look here, instead of using a 1/4 inch bolt, they're using a pretty hefty, I don't know if that'd be like a 1/2 inch bolt. So the sizes are different. So you see on the top here, so you can't really not use this. You have to use this on top of this, but it's not bad. But you can still use this as a selfie stick or a monopod. And what's really cool, let's see, put it in monopod mode, you have to do this upside down. It's kind of goofy. And the way you do this, it comes with all of these little pieces. So it just depends on what it is you want to use this for. So it comes with 2 of these. I've already got the one on top. I don't know, the top becomes the other side is the top, but it comes with these little bolts that you get that to focus, that you can put in there, and it's got a little screw head. There you go, on each side of this, so that you can tighten it down or loosen it up so that it's, you know, it's not going to wiggle around. But you just put that on the top here, and you'd screw it down. I don't have a screwdriver on me, but just for the purpose of this video, screw this in. Then you take this screw out. I don't have a screwdriver, but I do have my trusty knife. So I'm gonna loosen this up. Nifty loosey, right? There we go. It's really cool because of all the different things you can do with this. You can see it's got this little rubber footy. Focus on that. See, little rubber footy. And now you got a monopod, so you can do your shooting and stuff. Now, this and this all together, it'll extend up to 69 inches. So, you know, if you're needing a monopod just to do your stuff, you know, it's a monopod. So you can, you know, it's cool to have the pan and tilt head. Now, to get this tightened down on here, a lot of people, whoops, loosen that up too much. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Anyhow, to get this to screw on and stay tight, I've seen some people take pliers and stuff to the top of this. You really don't need to do that. Tighten that down. All you have to do is you have to tighten this thumb screw here. You get it tight. You don't have to, you know, bear down on it. You might break it, in fact, if you get it too tight. What that allows you to do is cinch that up real good. Then you can loosen it up. And that'll get you to pan, and it's, you know, and it's locked in. Then when come time you want to change this to something else, you just tighten it back up, and there you go. It breaks free. But yeah, this is monopod mode. And another thing, while I'm goofing with this, is it's all made out of aluminum, and it's got a real good sturdy feel to it. The pan head, it's plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel necessarily cheap. Now I unscrewed that too far. That's why that came out. That was me. That wasn't this thing falling apart. But anyhow, that's the monopod part. Or you can take the screw out, and you can take this foot off. And oops, I guess I should have well, I couldn't have let that screw out because the footy was in here. So you put this back on here. There we go. Now the handle part's down here, so yeah, you can make this a selfie stick. You just stick that out as far as you need it, and there you go, selfie stick. And what's really cool with this, I don't personally, I don't exactly like it. I'm going to show you. It's cool for what it is. But the head, it has a quick release mount. So you can mount your camera or whatever it is that you want to mount on here, and this will go on and come off real quick. So that's really cool. But another really cool trick about this is if you look down on here, it sucks, man. Everything's black and it's hard to see. Let's see, there we go. But if you see this little part pulls out and it flips up, and what this is it's a built-in phone holder. So you take your phone, flip this part up, and scoot it in. Now you got to it'll hold your phone. So now you can actually, it's full-fledged. I guess you call that professional selfie. So now you can do your thing. So that's really cool. And the reason I don't like it personally is because the way that this is made. If you look here, get the right angle. It's a pretty narrow slot in there. So if you have, a really thick phone case, it's not going to fit in there. It'll kind of fit, but what'll happen, see, is there's a slot down here that the phone fits into. There we go. And if you have a phone case, a fat phone case, it won't exactly fit down in there. It'll still fit, it'll still clamp, but what'll happen is instead of clamping down into that, it'll clamp off to the side like this, and it's just not for me. But it's really cool that it's there if you ever need, if you ever want to use it. And the little button here, you flick that flicks down and that slides back in. So that's really cool. It's just kind of hid in there. But what I do, because I'm me, is I use a regular so what I do is I mount one of these, and what that is that's a cell phone holder. It's really cool, and I'll mount that on the quick release. That way I throw this on here, and so now what I can do is I can mount my phone on here. Let me get this out. There we go. Okay, I can stand it up. So I'll just put my phone in here, and there you go. What's cool with this one is I can loosen this and turn this any way I want. So you have the added benefit of being able to get the angle just right when you're using this. Now this part here will flip, which is kind of cool. So like if you're wanting to do portrait mode or landscape, it'll quickly do that. But I kind of like this one because it goes either way. I'll look and see if there's a link. I can't remember if I got this off of Amazon or not, but I like this setup a lot better because my phone case, this isn't my phone. My phone's recording right now, but the case is too thick for that cute little doodad here, so it won't work. I tried it and it's like, nah. But this does work. What's really cool, of course, now the way I have mine set up, I'll never take it apart because this is the way I use it, is I have it mounted to the tripod. There we go. Just like that. So that when I'm out vlogging, I have have all of this collapsed. And then to get the, oh, here's another thing. It's kind of funny. Is the there's this little, so you can get that little extension. So I guess if you're going to use this on a desktop, you can kind of adjust the height. That's kind of cool that they would include that. It's weird and it's funny at the same time, I guess. But anyhow, to unlock this so you can store it, if you look right there, there's a little button you got to push. Push that in, and that brings the stabilizers, or whatever you call that, brings those up. So this is all locked together, so that way nothing's going to go anywhere. And what's nice is when you're out vlogging, especially if you're not using a gimbal, is if you hold it here, and it's got real nice padding right here for the handle. But that way when you're out vlogging, it's balanced to where it's almost gimbal-like. I mean, if depending on the weight of your camera, you can see that it's very balanced. So I'm in a museum or wherever I might be, and I'm vlogging. If I need to set this down, I can just flip these out real quick. And because it has these extended legs, it's a lot more stable than that. So it just has a lot more solid feel when it's on the ground. So now that when it's sitting on the ground, it feels like it's not going to go anywhere. With this, especially if you have it fully extended, it feels like, it's solid. I know a lot of y'all that might have that, you know what I'm talking about. That it feels semi-solid, but you know that you're just expecting it to tip over at any time. Where this, it's just, you got a really good solid feel, because it's, like I said, it's twice as wide as this, you can see. Another important aspect I gotta add to this is because these legs slide out, and it's a pressure lock, so you can slide them as far out or in as you want. If you're out shooting on, say, an incline or an uneven location, what's really cool is if you look right here, there's a little bubble level. That's focused. There we go. There's a little bubble level, so that way you know when you're level. So if you're like on rocks, like say this is, I don't know, like a step or something, and with something like this where it's fixed, this is what you're going to get is, it's going to be off to the side and it's going to want to fall over. Well, this, you just move the leg, level it, and lock it in, and you can check your level with the little bubble level. That way I can see the bubble level. And then I bring it in, and like if the front here needs to go down just a hair, I can move it down just a little. Or if this one's okay, I just need to come down a little bit with this. Anyhow, you get the idea. Then you slide that in. And that way, no matter where you're at, this thing's going to be level. So that's another really cool feature about this really cool mono tripod. I don't know, mono selfie tripod, whatever you want to call it. I think it's cool. Yeah, that in a nutshell, that's it. Just a cool, it's just really something really cool that I ran across on Amazon. I seen this, I was like, yeah, I wonder. And the price, $36.99. Like I said, I think I paid $24 or something for this, or for about $10 more. I mean, good Lord, look at this thing. Look how much thicker it just, I don't know, it feels good and solid. I can't believe that it's that cheap, because you're getting a tripod, monopod, a selfie stick, the 3-way pan and tilt. I mean, who in the world wouldn't want a 3-way pan and tilt, especially if you're, you know, you're out, say you're hiking. You don't want to carry monopods and tripods, and so you want to keep things as light as you can. That's another thing. This thing is really light. It's just all around. Of course, it's there we go. I have to tighten this stuff up, so don't think it's rickety. It's just because I don't have it tightened up. But it's just a really good solid, I don't know what you'd call it, a mono-tripod? Tri-monopod? I don't know what you would call it. But yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you guys, especially the vloggers out there that want to travel around. And like I say, you want to travel light. You don't want a bunch of different tools. So you got one tool that does all the different things, and it does it really well. Yeah, I think it's cool. So anyhow, God bless y'all. And I'll have a link to this in the description. Of course, you know, Amazon links, they're always changing. So if it comes up sold out or something like that, just do a search on whatever you'd call this thing. And I'm sure that you can find other links to buy it. But it's just really cool. I like it. Oh, one other thing I need to add. It comes with a carrying bag. Of course, when you've got it set up like I do, it won't exactly fit in the carrying bag. But it's a good place to put the little doodads that come with it. That way you won't lose them. I guess if you're going to be traveling somewhere, it's not that hard to break this thing down. So yeah, if you're going to travel, you know, you could just take these things apart. Take that off. It will all fit in here. So yeah, if you're packing it up into the car or whatever, you're going to go on a road trip, you know, I wouldn't take it apart. I'd just throw it in the trunk. But I guess if you're going to go flying, put it in your suitcase or something, so you know you can travel on the plane with it. Okay, what's it catching on? It's catching on something. It's catching on. Oh, there's a little pocket. Okay, there we go. Oops. The little bolt came off. There we go. Trust me, it all fits in the bag. Oh, I'm murdering this. There we go. That bolt go. Little bolt. Yeah, you can see it all fits in that little bag, so you can travel with it. Me personally, I want to keep it together and just throw it in the trunk for myself. But yeah, I mean, this works, but I don't know, this just feels more stable. I guess it was a whim or something, I don't know. Yeah, but I'll use this when I'm traveling around. These are cool, like I'm using one for the camera I use for the close-ups, and it works well. This is more stable anyhow. God bless y'all. Appreciate you watching this. Oh, it's been a day. It's like 100 degrees outside. I don't know, I can't think straight. Anyhow, God bless y'all. We'll see you on the next video.